when I invite them to the call, offering them my help to X, help them with X thing, with their mindset, with their fitness, whatever, they're saying no. So what does that mean? That doesn't mean that you suck. That doesn't mean that you're unworthy. That doesn't mean that you don't deserve success. That doesn't mean that you're not putting in the work. What that means is that you're probably hitting up the wrong type of people, right? And that's it. So you change your market, you change your avatar. Another example would be, let's say that you're doing 10 outreach, right? Welcome to the Gentleman Success, Happiness, and Fulfillment Talk podcast, where we bring to you the most successful, happy, fulfilled gentlemen from around the world who have been able to conquer themselves, their life, their marriage, and their businesses. You will be learning from four-dimensional gentlemen who have cracked the code to the science of having it all. The question is, how can married entrepreneurs with kids become gentlemen, achieve true freedom, and build a successful, happy, and fulfilled life, marriage, and business? This show will give you the answer for that. My name is Alex Ramirez, and I'm your host, and you're welcome to the Gentleman Success, Happiness, Fulfillment Talk podcast. We're on day 4, measure, right? So we've been through the mindset, the map, motion. We're at day 4, measure. So we've talked about, so there are 3 questions that should have been answered and that will be answered by the end of this session. And the first question was, where am I, right? In terms of your results, like where are you with your results, which is driven by who are you, right? So like where are you is driven by who are you? And that was the first question to answer. Where am I? We did that on the mindset day, right? We looked a little bit on the identity that you currently hold based on the results that you have, right? So in all areas of life, physically, with your mindset, with your finance, with your relationships. So based on the results that you have, that's the identity that you hold right now. And there's a lot more to that, in mindset than just like looking at where you are right now. There's a lot more, right? Like if you want to get rid of self-sabotage, right? Negative self-worth, negative self-image, there's a lot more to it, but that's what we answered as of that day. The second question was, where do I want to go? So where am I? Where do I want to go? Right? And we answered that on the map day. On the map day, we got very clear on what you want for this year. I took you through a meditation. You should by now have your 1-year bullseye, right? Your visualization of your 1-year bullseye, your affirmation, your 90-day bullseye, your 90-day letter. All of that should be done. Go ahead, man.
Okay, so earlier this week, I didn't have ink, so I hadn't printed. Like I like paper. I like editing. I like printing stuff out and then editing. And the back of the sheets were black. Mm-hmm. The modern identity sheets, they were all black, so it was like taking most of my ink, right? And I couldn't write on it because it's black, So my wife was like, well, ask him. And like, for me, I suck. Like, I'm 26, bro. I grew up during the digital era, but I had been stubborn. I don't like using technology. And so I was like, no, I'm gonna figure this one out. So I didn't figure this out until like last night, how to get the background to be white so I could print them out. And so I'm on that, and I'm like thoroughly putting down what my bullseye is, but I already have my bullseye, if that makes sense. I haven't filled them. I'm like halfway filling them out, right? So I can print them out. But I got my bullseye down, and it's to open up my first facility. Going over where you going, where you want to be, and then you moved on to. So we went over mindset on Monday, and then we went over mapping, motion, and we're on measure today.
Cool. So for map on Tuesday, we were answering the question, where do you want to go? And we went through some activities, we went through some meditations, and you were supposed to get really clear on what you want for your yearly bullseye. Write down your visualization, get really clear for your yearly bullseye for what you're going after this year, this 2022. Come up with your affirmation, and then we also went through the 90-day bullseye, where you're going to be going after during this first quarter of the year, right? So the 90-day bullseye, and you were supposed to do your affirmation, your visualization, your 90-day letter, and all of that. Just like complete the documents, right? Because those are things that you're going to be referring to every single day, right? To reprogram your mind so that you believe that those results are results that you're going to get, right? Like the problem is not the strategies and the tactics. The problem is you believing that you're worthy of the results that you say you want. And one of the ways to reprogram your mind to get you to those results is by repeating the same things over and over again. So that's what those documents are for. On the third day, we went over mindset map motion, right? Which is actually putting in the action, actually doing the work, being consistent, being committed, being disciplined, being focused. And we talked about some of the problems. So, and some of the major problems that keep you from taking action from motion are your emotions. We went over a really cool tool to neutralize your emotions. And as well as I gave you a weekly planning document so that you can start moving forward towards your 30-day dart, 60-day dart, 90-day bullseye. That is, and all of that, which is going to get you forward closer to your yearly bullseye. So today is the measure day. And today's all about tracking, right? About tracking KPIs, about, because about tracking your performance, about measuring how well you're doing, about measuring your journey. And one of the principles is that if you don't track, you will always fall back. One of the reasons a lot of people fall back from the routines, from their goals, right? That they set and forget goals. They set goals, but they don't really achieve them. One of the reasons that they fall back from achieving these goals is because they don't track. They're not tracking themselves. They're not tracking their progress. They have no idea where they are. So man, instead of going on, through the problems and the possibilities, since you're the only one here, maybe we can like do a more personalized thing. So tell me, man, do you track anything, with your business, with your fitness, whatever? Like, what experience do you have with tracking?
I've been tracking since I was a kid.
All right, tell me about it, man.
So all of my training, lifting wise, from the moment I've started, has been tracked. I have journals for basically everything. My morning routines, I have journals. I write a lot, by the way. That's so I have my growth and mindset journal, right? And this journal is where I write ideas throughout the day. Ideas, like let's say you give me an idea, I write it down and then I let it develop. If it's a good one, it goes in my binder, a binder that I've had for, I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have about 6 binders, and most of my ideas from coaches to business go in there. I have a gratitude journal, which I write in every day to keep me sane, to keep me going in the right direction, right? Cool. Forgetting where I'm going. And then I have a coach's journal where I write notes on my clients, where they need work and where they need adjustments and where I need work and adjustments. So yeah, and then I have my personal lifting journal that I have with me.
Nice, man. Cool. Awesome, man. So tracking, like that is, so like in fitness, tracking is the difference between people who work out and people who train. I train, right? So like if I share my screen here, let me show you a quick example of how I track my fitness, right? Like, so this is how I track my workouts, right? So like today I did shoulders and arms. So here are on the first column, you can see all the exercises, and then week by week by week, you can see like the weight and the reps and everything. So on the first week right here, you can see that I shoulder pressed the 70s, right? For 10, 10, and then I did the 65s for 12. And then the following week, I did the 75s for 10, 10, and 9. And then this week, I did the 85s for 7. And then I went down to the 70s for 10, 10, 10. So like tracking allows you to keep yourself accountable, right? So accountability, you keep yourself accountable. And one of the problems with people is lack of accountability. Like they're not accountable to anyone. They're not accountable to themselves, and they get lost. They get deterred on their journey. Right. Another very huge problem, man, is like this you run out of motivation, right? You run out of motivation, you run out of drive because you start telling yourself some stories that you're not making progress. Because how can you know whether you're making progress if you don't know, if you're not tracking anything, right? So to give you an example, right? Like the three questions that we're supposed to be answering is, where am I? Where do I want to go? And who must I become? By the end of this session, we're gonna answer the third one, which is who must I become? And let me show you an example here, right? Who must I become and what is it going to take, right? So look, let's say that you determine where are you right now, your location, right? Current. And then you determine where you want to go, right? Destination. So like in between, you need to track, right? So like this was a 5-day clarity challenge, and the whole point is to get massively clear. But then you're supposed to keep on seeking clarity as you move forward in your journey, right? Like, because if you get clear, but then you stop seeking clarity, like shit is not gonna matter. So you're supposed to be seeking clarity at every step of the moment. So like if you don't track, how can you know if you're here or here or here or here, right? And when you don't track, you end up feeling lost, confused, right? You lack focus because you're not tracking. You don't know where you are at your journey. You don't know if you're here. 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 So you find yourself at square one, lost, procrastinating, unfocused, not doing what you know you're supposed to be doing because you don't know where the fuck you are. So like that's the importance for tracking, right? To like maintain yourself clear at every step of the way. Lack of clarity, lack of tracking causes for you to lack focus, right? And you don't really know if things are working if you're not keeping track of your progress. So you lose motivation. You don't know. You start telling yourself stories of, oh, I'm not making progress. Things are not working. And we humans tend to start getting emotional about things. We get emotional, right? And we make decisions based on emotion instead of data. And in business, man, making decisions based on emotion is like your downfall, right? Making decisions based on emotion is your downfall. And what you need to do is make decisions based on data. And the only way that you can make decisions, rational decisions that are accurate and rational decisions based on data, the only way that you can do that is by tracking, by knowing your numbers. So let's say you want to get, let's say one client, just for the sake of, the numbers. Let's say that you need one client, right? You want to get one client. And in order for you to get one client, you got to get on calls, right? And let's say that you got a 25% ratio. So you need one client. That's the goal, right? And you need 4 calls because you have a 25% closing ratio. And in order for you to get 4 calls, in order for you to get 1 call, you got to do, 10 outreach. So that means that you got to do 40 outreach.
That's crazy.
Right? You got to do 40 outreach, and you got a 10%, like conversion from outreach to, getting people on a call. And so let's say that those are the numbers, right? Just to give it a quick example. And so like if you're not tracking, and then once you move forward, right? Like once this number gets to like 400 and this number gets to like 50, things get complicated, and it's very easy to fall into this emotional state, right? Of wanting to make the emotional decisions or wanting to give up because you think that things are not working, but in reality, you're just not hitting your numbers, right? And then being able to hit your numbers allow you to reverse engineer your goals, right? So like if you know that for every 10 outreach, you get one sales calls, and if you know that for every 4 sales calls, you get 1 close, then if you want to, then you basically take control of your income. So like if every single month you want 10 clients, all you got to do is reverse engineer what is going to be take for you to get 10 clients, right? You know that you're going to have to get on 40 calls, and you know that to get on 40 calls, you're going to have to outreach to 400 people, and that's it. It's all numbers. So if that month you didn't hit 10 clients and you're like, oh, I suck, things are not working, I'm going to fail, that's emotional decisions. But instead, if you just look at the numbers and you see which part is not working, it's a completely different story. So that's why tracking is so important. So let's say that you let's see, you outreach, and then you outreach, right? Then you have positive conversations, and then you have calls, and then you have closes, right? So let's say that you're doing 400 outreach, and you're having and you're having 400 positive conversations, but then no one wants to get on a call with you, and you have 0 closes. So instead of thinking, oh fuck, I suck, I'm not closing anyone, no one wants to get on a call with me, you just like look at the fucking numbers and you be like, okay, so like this is one, it's okay, I'm doing the work, I'm outreaching to people, all right, and then people are willing to talk to me, right? But then when I invite them to the call, offering them my help to X, help them with X thing, with their mindset, with their fitness, whatever, they're saying no. So what does that mean? That doesn't mean that you suck. That doesn't mean that you're unworthy. That doesn't mean that you don't deserve success. That doesn't mean that you're not putting in the work. What that means is that you're probably hitting up the wrong type of people, right? And that's it. So you change your market. You change your avatar. Another example would be, let's say that you're doing 10 outreach, right? But you're like, you get on your computer for like 3 hours and you procrastinate the entire thing. You watch a video, you scroll, and by the end of the day, you like outreach to 10 people, right? But like you did work for like 5 hours. So you did put in the work, you were 5 hours on your, behind your computer, acting like if you were working, just mindlessly scrolling through social media to see who you could help, but you really didn't get anything done. You got like 2 positive conversations, 0 and 0, right? Let's say, well, okay, let's say that you got 10, 12, 10. Let's say that you got 0 and 0. So now you're like, oh, nothing works, whatever, but you're not putting in the work, right? Let's do a more positive example. Let's say that you did 50 outreach that day. You got 10 positive responses. You got 5 calls, and you got 0 closes, right? And then you're like, oh fuck, and then this keeps on repeating every single day, right? 50, that ratio. And you're like, oh no, like I suck or whatever. You want to make emotional decisions. You want to give up. You want to change your niche. You want to change your avatar. You want to change your messaging. You want to change your strategy. Well, no, like all of those decisions would be wrong, because if you look at the fucking numbers, you'll find out that like this is good. You're having a good conversion ratio. Like you outreach to 50 people and 10 of those actually want to have a conversation. Okay, cool. That's let's see, that's a 20% conversion ratio. And then from those people that you're having a conversation, you offer them help, and you have a 50% conversion ratio. So 5 people actually want to get on a call with you. But then from those 5 calls, you close 0. So what does that mean? Well, either your offer is shit, like what you're offering is not what, like what people really need. Your closing skills are not dialed, right? And like now, like there's only a couple of things. There are only a handful of things that you might need to work on, right? You determine whether it's your closing skills, you determine whether it's your offer, and then if you determine, no, like I took a course about closing, right? So I think I'm pretty good at closing, but I think people, and then if you go back to your sales calls to actually watch your sales calls, you're gonna see what's wrong, and then you're gonna be able to fix it, right? So, yeah. So now let's make a really good example. Let's say that you did 100, 50 of those people actually want to have a conversation with you. 25 of those people actually you get on a call, and then you close 5. And then, you put in this work every single day, every single day. And then the numbers obviously get bigger, but let's say that that is the ratio. So now if in a month you want to increase this to 15 closes, right? Let's say that you make 1K. So this equals to 5K. So let's say that this month you want to make 15K. Okay. So what you have to do now is just triple your output, because you know that in order to get to 15, you got to have 75, you got to have 150, and then you got to have 300, right? So now you're not like guessing. Business becomes simple. Business becomes a game of simplicity and ease. And if you can't do 300 outreach per day. Well, guess what you do? You fucking hire someone, right? And if you are clear about your niche, your message, and your offer, right? If you're clear about who you're targeting, what are the problems and what are their desires, and you're clear, you can communicate a clear message of desires, and you're clear, you can communicate a clear message that will make them come to you for help, and you have an offer that, you know, has a decent conversion ratio. So now you can hire someone else to do the work for you and outreach to those people, right? You come up with systems and processes, and you start hiring people, you start tripling your numbers, and you start tripling your results. So like that is the key. Like that, this is why measuring is a key. So right now, like, you know, I was running ads, and this year I'm going to be going hard in running ads, Facebook ads and all of that. And like, I'm going to be tracking everything. I'm going to be tracking how much a link cost, right? How much a lead cost, how much an appointment cost, like everything, right? Everything needs to be tracked, because, you know, once you put in the numbers, once you put in the work, and you have a lot of numbers to work with, you know, like business is just a game of numbers, and it's just a game of reversing engineering your goals. So if you know your numbers, you know that this will equal to this, and this will equal to this, and this will equal to this. If you want to increase this, you know that, you know, by 2, you know that you got to increase everything by 2. So it's pretty simple. And that's why tracking is so important. And it allows you to stay motivated. It allows you to stay accountable to yourself, right? Just like at the fitness, right? Every single week I go there, I know that, like, I know my numbers from last week. And my goal for that day is just to beat myself from last week. So I keep myself accountable no matter how I'm feeling. It doesn't matter how you feel. No matter how I'm feeling, I know exactly what I need to do. So it keeps you motivated because you have a sense of progress. You can see yourself making progress if you track yourself. It keeps you accountable. It allows you to take rational decisions based from data and not emotion, which would be the doom and the failure for your business. And what else? And like, it allows you to reverse engineer your goals, right? Like anything that you want to achieve, you have the numbers. All you have to do is reverse engineer your goals, and it allows you to make decisions. So for example, if something is not working, so for example, for my challenge, I didn't get the amount of people that I wanted to get into my challenge, right? I got 11 people to pay me to come into my challenge. And for some reason, you know, 4 show up, and then 3 show up, and then 1 show up, right? So for some reason, go ahead.
Can I maybe give you insight?
Go ahead, man. Yeah.
I really think it's that you're targeting the wrong level of individuals.
Level? What do you mean?
Well, I think the things that you're teaching are people who are at the level where they're about to make a transition into the next level. What I mean by that is I've been working on my company. I've been making income to my company or a niche, and I'm passionate, right? And I feel that the things that I'm looking for is that transition. So when you talked to me about clarity, I was already sold, you know, right? So I came in with the mind to grow. So you probably need to just find individuals who are passionate already, and they are open-minded, right? That way
Exactly,
you don't have to sell to them. You know what I mean? I was already sold the moment you talked to me. You didn't need to give me a pitch.
Exactly. And like, I can look at my numbers because I have my numbers, right? I know how many, outreach I did. I know how many people I invited. I know how many people I sent the link to, you know, because I start a conversation, I outreach to people, have a conversation. If I get a positive response, well, when I share my stuff, I send them the link. And then from the link, you know, I see how many were actually interested in enrolling. So I did the work. I outreached to a lot of people. I had a lot of conversations. The positive response wasn't there, and the people who I did get a positive response, you know, from, didn't actually follow through. So then the broken link was this one, right? Like actually getting people to follow through. So that means that what I'm offering wasn't resonating with the people that I was targeting. All right. So like, I got to get more dialed in.
Did you build relationships with those people through like leading up to the call?
Yeah, so like the 11 people that paid me to be here to, you know, for the challenge, like they paid me, you know, and I mean they didn't show up, so
But did
that's not
you,
my problem, you know. So like it
yeah, but
doesn't,
did you
huh?
like text them like every, leading up to like from the call to the actual seminar, the webinar? Did you like text them, hey, how's your morning? Or hey, how are you guys doing? Like to build a little bit of a relationship leading up?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Um,
Like and that, you know, this like tracking the data doesn't allows me to like not be emotional about anything
yeah.
and just look at the numbers and then just make a rational decision on based on like what is it that I got to do from now. And that's it, man. So, you know, that like that's why tracking is so important. So what I'm going to be giving you today, so you got your yearly bullseye, you got your 90 day bullseye, you got your 90 days, you split them into 60 and 30-day darts, right? So 30 days has 4 weeks. You have your weekly bullseye setting planning system. You set your weekly bullseye, and then you set 4 darts to achieve that weekly bullseye, which is going to get you closer to your 30-day dart, which is going to get you closer to your 60-day dart, which is going to get you closer to your 90-day game, which will get you closer to what you want in the year, which should be aligned with your purpose and your vision and a big, compelling vision for the long term. So what I'm going to be giving you right now are some stuff that are going to help you stay motivated. That's number one. Stay accountable to yourself, right? Always looking to improve, always looking to look to, you know, to become better, to become more efficient, to become more effective, so to become more disciplined and consistent and focused. It's going to allow you to, let's see, uh, make rational decisions, right? And like not believe the stories that are going to creep in whenever you're, you know, going through the process of stories of guilt, stories of shame, stories of not you're not good enough or whatever. Because if you look at the data, if you look at the fact that you're doing in the work, you know, you're not gonna you're gonna have the ability to not believe those stories. So let me share my screen really quick. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's not this one. It's not this one. Let me share my other screen. Let me look for my other screen really quick. Let's see. It's this one. There it is. There it is. Okay. All right. Let me share my screen. Cool. All right, man. So you got your yearly, you're clear on your yearly, you're clear on your 90, you're clear on your 60, 30, everything. You got the mindset stuff, the why you can't, you can. You got your affirmation, your 90-day letter, everything that you're supposed to be doing that if you implement and work on every single day, you're going to fucking crush those goals. So now let's measure, right? Let's make sure that you're tracking yourself, that you're measuring, because what you measure grows, what you track improves, what you measure and you report on to someone else improves exponentially. So like what I mean by this is that if you measure and you track things and then you report it to someone else, like you're accountable to someone else, right? And then you have a third person point of view perspective on like what's wrong, right? That's when the magic happens. So what I'm going to be sharing with you is this. Look, keep track. This one, this one, and then I have a bunch of tracking things, right? Like systems for my business, for tracking ads, for tracking outreach and all of that. I'm not going to share that. I'm just going to share like the main stuff, right? So let's see. It's that one, okay, and this and And then if you use this, man, I guarantee that you're going to be able to triple your income and impact and freedom this upcoming year. I guarantee that, man. So look at this.
That's beautiful, bro.
So look, man, here you're gonna put your bullseye, your yearly bullseye, your 90-day, right? Like your 90-day, your 60-day dart, your 30-day dart, and then 30-day, 30-day, 30 days, right? For 30 days, there's 4 darts that you're gonna throw to be able to hit that 30-day bullseye. And then here are going to be all your action items. I'm not gonna get too deep into this. This is mine, right? Like this is all my action items. And then every week, right? Like you have your 30-day dart, you have your 60-day dart, you have your 90-day bullseye. And then for every 30 days, you have 4 darts that you gotta throw to hit that 30-day bullseye. Every week, you move one here to your weekly bullseye. And then there's 4 darts that you gotta throw that week to be able to hit that weekly bullseye, which is gonna get you closer to your 30-day dart, which is gonna get you closer to your 90-day game. And then you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? So here you put in the work. So this is what I do, man. Look, whenever I get done with something, like I color it in fully, right? So every single week, like I know exactly what I'm doing. I know that on Tuesday I worked on this, I worked on this, I worked on this, I worked on this. If you click on it, you have the ability to make notes and all of that. And then at the end of the week, when you're going to be planning on Sunday to planning for your following week, you move everything here. So there's 12 weeks in 1 quarter. There's 12 weeks in 90 days. So week 1, this is what I worked on, man. All of week 1. See, so like if I'm thinking, oh, I'm not making progress, or there's stories creeping in of why I'm not getting the results, I can just come here and be like, okay, so what did I work on week 1? Okay. Was it good? It was okay. How many things did I get done? Right. So, okay, I wasn't as efficient and effective. And then like, it's not about judging yourself or criticizing whether you're good enough or not. It's just about trying to improve what you did that week, the next week, then we can see here, week 2, this is what I did. I only did, for some reason, I only did 2 things. On week 3, this is what I did. On week 4, this is what I did. On week 5, this is what I did. So like, I know that I'm putting in the work and I'm just, enjoying the process. So this is going to allow you to keep track of everything that you're working through, everything that you're working on during this 90 days, man. So look, I'm going to be sharing this with you. You're going to get this right here. It's on Trello. And this is a template, right? So you're going to transfer, and this is something that you're going to use every single day, right? This is going to be daily use. So you're going to transfer your yearly bullseye, your financial, your physical, your emotional, your sentimental goes here, right? And then, so right now we just focus on the financial one, right? So you're going to transfer your 90-day bullseye here. You're going to write your 90-day bullseye, reverse engineer it. What are the 4 darts you got to throw in order for you to hit your 90-day bullseye? Then your 60-day bullseye, right? Break down your 60-day bullseye into 60 and 30-day darts, right? So you break it down. You put your darts here, the 4 darts that are going to take you towards that 30-day bullseye. And then you don't have to have everything complete, right? As you're completing things, you can complete the others, but this is just like the template. And then here, you're just going to start putting everything. One of the reasons a lot of people are mind scattered, man, which I know is one of the things that you struggle with, are because you just have a lot of things in your head, roaming around in your head. And you need headspace, right? And for you to, and one of the ways that you can get headspace is by getting what's in your head and putting it and making something out of it. Because when you have a lot of things in your head, you just have a lot of things, like flying around, and they're nothing. They're just ideas, right? Cluttering your mind. Filling your mind up with just inefficient stuff. So if you take the time to just put whatever's in your head and just write it down whatever you're worrying about or thinking about, then you clear your mind up. Now, instead of using your mind as a fucking box, as a fucking storing shelf or storing unit or whatever, instead of using your mind as storage, you use your mind as a weapon for production. All right. So here, the action items, you start putting all the action items, everything that you got to do, everything that you got to do, everything that you got to do. Every time something comes up, you know, that is a task you got to complete, put it here. And then like this, the action items are never going to end, right? Because like you're always going to be filling this out because there's always going to be something that you got to do. What happened? I did something.
So I have to get this app, right? Is it Trello?
Yeah, it's pretty easy, man. You just make a how do you call it? An account with your email, and that's it. It's free.
Cool. Do you read, by the way?
Every day, man.
Yeah. Have you ever read the book 7 Habits?
Yeah, man. That was like the first book that I ever read.
No way.
Yeah, those are the like the traditional ones, right? 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, the How to Win Friends and Influence People, the Think and Grow Rich. Yeah, man. I've read all of those multiple times.
Yeah, so I never read the 7 Habits. It was something that I just I read the How to Win Friends and Influence People and Think and Grow Rich and stuff. But I never really read the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People when I recently picked it up. Now, like further into my reading.
Yeah. So right now I'm gonna challenge you, man. All right. So just trust the process. So here are your action items. Every week you're gonna select, you know, one dart to keep on moving forward towards your 30-day dart, 30-day bullseye. I don't know why they're called darts. It's 30-day bullseye. Right. So there's 4 darts to be able to hit that monthly bullseye. Right. And so like one dart becomes the weekly bullseye. And then there are going to be 4 darts. You reverse engineer your weekly bullseye, right? So when you reverse engineer your weekly bullseye, you think about what are the 4 things that I got to do in order to be able to get that one thing done, right? So now, like you have your 4 weekly darts, and the challenge is the 21 blackjack, right? So every single week you got to complete 21 things at least, right? Like that should be your goal. Every single day, you got to be able to do at least 4 things, right? So you get them from your action list. Your action list is always going to have things to do. So let's say that you're going to outreach, you're going to do a post, you're going to I don't know, get on a sales call, and then you're also going to do dart 1. Right? So Monday you did at least 4 things. So the goal is to do at least 4 things every single day and complete your 4 darts and your bullseye. So by the end of the week, you did 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, right? And 21, which is your weekly bullseye. So you did the 4 darts and your weekly bullseye, that's 5, and then 16 more, right? 4, 8, 12, 16 more. And every week you should end up with at least 21 things. You're not going to end up with 21 things every single week, but that should be the goal, right? And you're going to be able to track week 1, this is everything I did. Week 2, this is everything I did. Week 3, this is everything I did. Okay. And your goal should always be to like, look at your progress, look at how you're doing, try to improve yourself, try to get better, try to get more efficient, more effective. Your goal should not be perfection. Your goal should be progress, right? An expansion. So, and then like, you're going to be clear, like really clear on exactly what you need to be doing every single day. You're going to know if someone asks you, man, what did you do on Monday? Well, this is what I did on Monday. Monday, this is what I did on Monday. This is what I did on Tuesday. This is what I did on Wednesday. So they're going to come stories in your mind about procrastination, stories about fear, about doubt, whatever. And like, you're going to have the choice of not believing them because you're going to have a fucking tracking system that maintains you on point, that keeps you dialed in and fucking focused, and that it's powerful. Right? Cool. I use this every single day, man. Like, this is my holy group, my this in my calendar are like my go-to things. So you're gonna start using this. Let's see. Let me invite you. Let me create the link. Okay. Let me put it in the chat. Let me put it in the chat. And then create a copy. Okay. Like, create a copy. Don't use that one because other people are going to use it. This is like the template. Copy. Cool. And then let me take out the 5-day challenge thing.
Okay, let's check this out.
Productivity system. Cool. And look, man, this is the daily update. Questions?
Give me 1 second. I'm just installing it. I don't have it.
Do that at the end, man. Do that at the end. Right now, just be present right here.
Okay.
You're gonna have the recording and everything. So
Okay, cool. Cool.
cool, man. So look, this every single day, man. It's gonna take you like 10 minutes. Right. So look, you have your weekly bullseye, right? There's 4 main darts that if you get done are going to lead you to getting that weekly bullseye done. So that's automatically 5 things that you got done in the week. So you should work on your darts on, every single day, as well as other 3 things, right? So you got to do at least 4 major things that move the needle in your business, man, every single day, at least 4 things, 4 main action items, right? Based on the goals that you have for the year, right? That are aligned with your goals. So you have 4 darts that get you to complete 1 bullseye. That's 5 things. And then you got 16 more things that you need to do every single day to be able to do a total of 4 things every single day, Monday through Friday. You can take Saturdays and Sundays off, right? This is how awesome it's going to get, man. This system is going to allow you to triple your income and impact and freedom, right? Not only income and impact, but also freedom. So, and what I'm showing you right now is just the tip of the iceberg, right? So cool. Every single day, man, you're going to use this, right? To keep yourself accountable, to keep yourself clear, to keep yourself, wanting to go to that next level and aware of the things that you need to be improving. So every single day you have your weekly bullseye, the 4 that you got to work on. You have you work through the day, right? So now you come here and then you answer those questions every single day. You make a copy of this, right? Every single day you make a copy of this. There's three sheets, 3 pages. So like imagine making copies, printing copies out of this. Like it would be a pain in the ass, but like doing it digitally or just like copying the documents over and over again on Google, right? That would be even better. So you come here and you're like, did you complete the main tasks and priorities for today? Yes or no, right? Did you do what you said you were going to do? Yes or no? Number 2, what are the action steps that you took? So, okay, so what is exactly that you did? I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. Okay, cool. So on a level of 1 to 10, how do you feel about the progress that you made today? I feel like a 6. Okay, why? Explain it, man. All right, so you're going to start to become aware of what are the gaps during your days, right? Like, where is it that you waste time? Where is it that you're not productive? Like, what is it that you can improve? And your goal is to next day get better, make progress. All right. So question number 4, what do you need to do tomorrow to increase the number chosen above? So if it's a 6, what do you need to do tomorrow to make that a 7? All right. You write it down. Well, I need to take less coffee breaks or whatever. And you do it, right? Okay. So what was the biggest challenge you faced today? You put what is the biggest challenge you face today, because what happens with entrepreneurs is that they face challenges and then they crash with the challenge. Then they come 1 week later and they crash with the same fucking challenge. And then they come 1 week later and then they crash with the same challenge. But if you stop, if you slow down, get yourself out of the weeds and just look at what's happening, look at the problem. And instead of being in the problem, instead of working in the problem, work on the problem, looking at it from the third person point of view. Instead of you being trapped in the problem, you take yourself out of the problem and you're able to see the problem in front of you clearly. and be able to like solve it, right? So, you get clear on what was the challenge, right? What was the lesson and insight? So now, like every single day, you're gonna have a lesson after lesson after lesson after insight after insight after revelation that you're gonna be able to use as weapons moving forward, which is going to accelerate your result. It's going to absolutely collapse the time that is going to take you get to where you want to go, right? It's going to collapse the time. It's going to take you to get to your success, your happiness, and your fulfillment, because you're not running around in circles anymore. You're not blind to what's holding you back. You're not blind to the obstacles. You're hitting obstacles because you will always hit obstacles. You're hitting obstacles, but then you're taking the time to see how to overcome them, right? See how to overcome them, get around them, solve them, or whatever. And then you're going to have this recording, this Bible of lessons and revelations that help you moving forward. And then later on, when you encounter the same obstacle, not only are you not going to crash with it, you're going to use that obstacle in your advantage to keep on moving forward faster, longer, and with more ease. So what were your total focus time sessions focused on? List them. And how much time did you spend on focus work? So I have this thing, TFT time, man. TFT time session. So total focus time. You have to do this at least 3 or 4 sessions every single day. You're going to do at least 3 or 4 sessions of total focus time, 90 minutes to 2 hours every single day. So total focus time is focusing on one task for 90 minutes or 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours if your focus is fucking like on fire, right? One task, focus on doing one thing for a set amount of time, block off every distractions, close the door, turn off your cell phone, and just focus on that one thing. That's a total focus time session. So question number 7 is, what were your total focus time sessions focused on? List them and list how much time you spend on focused work today in total. And you're going to be able to see that each day, man, you're not working that much. You're going to be able to see like, okay, so I did like 1 hour on this task. I did 1 hour on this task. And you're probably going to finish the day being like, fuck, I worked 2 hours. So what did I do? I was 12 hours behind my fucking computer today. But like in reality, I just worked 2. So what the fuck did I do with the other 10 hours? You're going to start getting clear on that. You're going to start becoming aware on that. And your goal is just to improve, man, right? You work 2 hours. Okay, tomorrow work 4. Tomorrow work 6. Tomorrow work 8. And there's going to come a point in which you're going to be so fucking effective and efficient that your results are going to accelerate. You're going to collapse time. Okay. So, and this is all awareness. This is all clarity. This is all being clear, right? Clarity is the foundation for everything. So right now you're wasting a shit ton of time and you don't even know it. This is going to allow you to reflect, stop, slow down, and reflect to be able to move forward faster. So, okay, how much time did you spend procrastinating today? Put that in. Fucking 5 hours. Doing what? Okay. All right. So, and then how many hours of sleep did you get last night? One of the things that holds me back, man, that gets me emotional, that gets me to like doubt myself and fear and all of that, is not sleeping well. So whenever I don't sleep my 7 hours for more than 3 days in a row, my days are shit shows. I'm not able to focus. I get emotional. I'm like, I start doubting myself and and fearing and having fears and all kinds of stuff. And like, I just don't work well. All right. So like, you got to get clear on how many hours you slept last night. Okay. I worked 6. And then if you go multiple days sleeping 4, whatever, then you know that there's something wrong. And if you're feeling, you're feeling guilt, you're feeling doubt or whatever it is, you know that you have something to track it back to, like, okay, so what is going wrong? So you just go back to your journal, you go through your days and see what's going wrong, and you see that you haven't been sleeping too well for the last 2 weeks. So now like the only thing you have to do is fix it. Cool. Did you work out today? Yes or no? What was the biggest thing you accomplished today? Yes or no? So always, getting clear on what is the biggest thing that you accomplish every single day is very important, because like our mind automatically, naturally tends to look at the things that we do wrong, at how we failed, right? And not how we win. So like every single day looking at our wins is amazing. And then feeling grateful about them is even better. So like spend a little bit more time, like be intentional about getting clear on your biggest accomplishments. Not one, make multiple. Like, what was the biggest things you accomplished today? And then just start writing, man. Give yourself some credit, recognize yourself, be grateful to yourself that you did the fucking work. Okay. So why does these things matter? Okay, they allow you to move forward in your business. They allow you to make more money, whatever. Okay, so now let's get ready for tomorrow. What are the 4 action steps that you will be completing tomorrow that are aligned to what you want for your weekly bullseye, for your 30-day dart, 60, 90, yearly, long-term vision? Every single day, it might take you 10, 15 minutes, whatever, but the amount of power and clarity and the simplicity that you're gonna get moving forward from doing this is gonna be amazing, right? So you might spend 15 minutes, but this is going to allow you to fucking triple or 10x your productivity and your focus and your production. So you do this every single day, and yeah. So now you have two tools to be able to track. You're gonna be able to track all your journey. You're gonna literally track your fucking journey from where you are right now to getting to your 90-day dart and to getting to your yearly dart by using this. You're gonna track yourself every single day and plan the next day by using this. And to finish this off, man, I have a challenge for you. And the challenge is for you to use this. So I have this thing called Core 4 Freedoms.
Bro,
Right,
bro, wait, pause. Okay, that's hilarious.
So look, man, I have this thing called the Core 4 Freedoms, right? There's physical freedom, emotional freedom, sentimental freedom, and financial freedom. Physical freedom is about optimizing your body and mind with excellence so that you can perform at an elite level. It's the energy part of high performance, right? Remember, high performance is clarity, energy, drive, and courage. So energy comes from your body, right? Like if you don't feed your body good food, you're not gonna have energy. If you don't work out, you're not gonna have energy, right? If you're obese, you're not gonna have energy. So physical freedom, emotional freedom is about knowing yourself, about mastering yourself. And like if you don't know yourself, you can't master yourself because you can't master whatever you don't know. So emotional freedom is about like knowing your purpose, knowing what you're here for, knowing yourself, mastering yourself. And it all starts with knowing who you are, right? Sentimental freedom is about being the most powerful, respectful, humble, intelligent, and wise husband and father. And then financial freedom is about dominating in business. So there are these core 4 freedoms. And I'm going to challenge you to use this sheet and track behaviors in each of these 4 categories for the whole next year, right? And get my number, man. Get my number right now. So my number, put a contact on your phone. Take your phone out, man, please.
I'm on my phone. Give me 1 second.
Oh yeah.
You got it. All right, let's do
Cool.
this.
My number is 520
20
987
987
3588. Make a contact. Put Alex Ramirez, the modern gentleman.
meters. Modern gentle. You got it. Save. And I think you have my number, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'll just shoot it a text.
So now that you have my number, make a reminder. Go to, I don't know, do you have an iPhone?
I don't. I have a regular Android.
Cool. So I don't know if you could, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can make reminders there. So go to your reminders, man, and make a reminder to call Alex Ramirez 1 year from now. Call Alex Ramirez on December 16th of 2022 to talk about your results physically, emotionally, sentimentally, and most importantly, financially.
Okay. So let's go to December to the, so 2022, December 16th.
Call Alex Ramirez to talk about results. I promise that, man, that if you take action on everything that I gave you, which is a small piece of everything that I do, you're going to be able to, you're going to be able to 3x your income, impact, and freedom.
Boom, you're in, bro. A year from now.
Cool, man. So the challenge for you is going to be this. If you, so there's 4 freedoms, right? To be able to achieve a true freedom, to be able to have success, happiness, and fulfillment, and ultimately have it all. And the 4 freedoms are physically, emotionally, sentimentally, and financially. For physically, what I do, the main 2 things, man, that move the needle, the needle in my life physically are working out and green smoothie. Emotionally, I meditate and I journal after my meditation about what's going on in my head and like what are the thoughts that are creeping in, like what are my fears, my doubts, like that gets me to start knowing myself. And like meditation, you know, being just calm and just being with me for a couple of minutes every single day allows me to like really get a feel of who the fuck I am. For sentimental, gratitude, number 1. Gratitude, number 2. So the main people here, I've expanded this. I express gratitude to like 5 or 10 people now, right? Just because like this is part of who I am now. Like, and this is like my secret weapon to how I've been able to build my podcast. But to start off, man, just gratitude to partner and posterity. So to your partner, if you have a wife, right? Every single day, just express your gratitude. Express, and gratitude is a combination of love, appreciation, honor, and respect. Right. So what do you honor about your partner? What do you appreciate about your partner? What do you respect about your partner? What do you love about your partner? Right. Get clear on those, man. Actually answer those questions. Make a list of what you honor. Make a list of what you appreciate. Make a list of what you respect. Make a list of what you love about your partner. And then make sure to like communicate that every single day. Right. And like love, honor, appreciation, and respect. All of those 4, if you made a smoothie out of those 4, you would come up with gratitude, right? So like gratitude is very powerful. So gratitude number 1, you know, should go to your partner. Gratitude number 2 to your posterity, like really connecting with your kids, showing gratitude and telling them why you honor them, telling them why you love them, telling them why you appreciate them, telling them why you respect them, right? So 2 people, right? Showing gratitude for 2 people every single day. That's for sentimental freedom. And then for financial freedom is at least 1 hour of vital improvements. Actually, man, if you keep on reading the compound effect, you're gonna learn about the vitals.
I finished reading that book.
Cool. Did you read about the vitals?
I don't recall.
Cool. So 1 hour of vital improvement. So every single day you gotta spend at least 1 hour working on your vital improvement. So if right now the one thing that is like lagging in your business is sales, then study sales every single day for 1 hour. That's your vital improvement. If it's marketing, study marketing. If it's fitness and you want to become a better fitness coach, you know, like study something about fitness, something that makes you either better within your field or better within like the production and in your ability to produce in your company. So for example, me, you know, I'm constantly developing and learning and getting better within what I do, within mindset and high performance, right? Within helping, you know, I'm constantly learning about how to help people get rid of self-sabotage, you know, transcend their identity, improve their identity, become, you know, level up as, you know, but level up in like who they are. I'm constantly learning about that. But what I'm also constantly learning is like my ability to be a business owner, which is like sales and marketing and leadership. So every single day,
Yes.
1 hour of vital improvements, 1 hour of studying.
Like for example, you like training, right?
Yeah.
Like how passionate are you about it?
It's part of who I am.
Right? Like I mean, like, do you know all the principles? Do you look into like different areas of training, things that excite you? You know what I mean? For example, so if you go into training, there's many forms of training, right? If you get training, like, you know, lifting in general, or, you know,
You make sure it's the most perfect break, right? At the end, like you do it day in, day in and day out, day in and day out, at least one break every single day, even Saturdays and Sundays, you're going to end up with a fucking castle, which is going to be an amazing business. So you can have a point for each of these activities that you do. Okay. Working out and taking a green smoothie are for your physical freedom. Meditating and journaling are for your emotional freedom. That's going to allow you to start to getting a feel of who the fuck you are, get to know yourself, get to know what is it that you really want. Gratitude to two people every single day. You know, it could be to your spouse and to your children. Later on, you could expand it to other people, right? To making it strategic so that you can start connecting with people that you care about, you know, in business or whatever, with your family. Every single day, gratitude to two people. It could be a text, it could be a voice message, it could be a note, a little note to your wife, whatever. Every single day. This is for your sentimental freedom. And then for financial freedom, every single day working on your vital improvements. So working on reading, watching a video, listening to a podcast for at least 1 hour every single day, man. Right. But make sure that this is focused on something that is going to help you move your business forward, whether it is sales, whether it is marketing, whether it is leadership, or whether it is getting better at whatever it is your service or your product is. So for example, me would be either learning about being a better high performance mindset coach, or getting better at selling my services, right? Every single day, 1 hour of this, and then every single day doing one brick building activity. So for me, my brick, every single day that I wake up, my brick is to talk to at least one person, right? Talking to people, that's my brick. Right. So, you know, it could be something different for you, but every single day, make sure you work on a brick building activity. And if you do these 8 things, each of these things have a point. Every single day, you can get 8 points. On the week, you can get, you know, you can end up with 40 points, right? But like the goal is for you to do it 7 days per week, all of this, right? Sweat at least 7 times per week. It doesn't matter if it's just 10 minutes, but sweat. So 8 times 7, how much? It's 8 times 7, man. Let me do the
56,
math.
56.
Cool. 56, man. So 56 points every single week. Then you have 21 plus 21, 56 plus 21.
77?
Yeah. Plus 7. No, plus, let's see. 5 plus 5, 82. Yeah, 77 points every single week, man. Okay, but yeah, you got 56 weeks every single day. You got to do this every single day, man. If you do this every single day, your core 4, you know, it doesn't matter if you miss one day, but like just get back on track with this. Make sure to schedule it. Schedule when you're going to be working out. Schedule when you're going to be meditating and journaling. Schedule when you're going to be learning. Schedule when you're going to be doing your brick building activity. If you do this every single day, man, by the end of the year, you're gonna have, you will be able to more than triple your income, your impact, and your freedom.
Do the fucking work.
Yeah. So I challenge you to work on these 8 things every single day. I'm gonna share this with you, man. Make a copy of it, right? And then this is for the week. as you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, right? Your goal, whatever. Cool. Every single day, man. I challenge you. 1 year from now, if you do those 8 things and you follow this system that I've given you, on December 16 of 2022, you're going to call me and you're going to be able, whatever it is, whether it's bad or whether it's good, but I'm pretty sure that you're going to be calling me and you're going to be like, fuck, man, I'm doing 3 times as much money. I'm helping 3 times as much people. And I enjoy my life 3 times as much. I have 3 times more freedom. So that is the goal. Let me send this to, so that is the goal. Let me send this to the chat, this link.
Oh. Okay. All right, I've opened it. It's there. Cool.
It's 8 things that you got to do for the entire year, man. Don't get overwhelmed. Work on them as you can. But yeah.
I'll have to collab with you on something, man.
What do you mean?
For it. Yeah, like a lift, or we can come up with a project to do for the year. You would like to do?
Let's see.
We can come up with some type of course, put your skills and my skills together, and we'll do something fun.
Cool, man. Yeah, let's talk more about it. Let's keep on chatting more about it. So this is it, right? So today, we had to answer like, who must I become? And like, based on like, what is it going to take from you? And this is what's going to take from you. I just told you what's going to take from you. It's up to you. It's your responsibility to put in the work, track it, implement everything that I've given to you up till this point. And if you do, I guarantee that you're going to 3x your income, impact, and freedom. And we're done, man. Tomorrow we're gonna have Jeff Lerner. Are you gonna come here?
Of course, dude. It's scheduled it for my week.
Awesome, man. So another thing is that if you feel compelled to do this, man, so like, did you get value out of this, man? Do you feel like the $47 were worth it?
Of course. I think it's worth more. Freedom.
Cool. So, man, if you feel compelled, you can do any of the following 2, right? I want for you to do a testimonial, either do like some kind of writing, right? Writing about like what was your experience, what was your biggest takeaways, what is it that you learned, how valuable do you think it was?
Okay.
Right. Talking about like, what are the results that you are sure you're going to get if you implement all this stuff that we've talked about, right? So if you like answer those questions, right? So what was your biggest takeaways? How valuable do you think it was? What is the return on investment that you think you're gonna get, right? And if you apply all of this stuff, like, what is going to be the impact that you're gonna have? So either send it to me in written format, or send a video if you feel compelled to.
Yeah, so I did a couple of videos already. I'll do one with my wife later today and tomorrow, and then I'll keep trucking on this stuff and I'll get it to you.
What do you mean you did a couple of videos already?
So at the end of every single one of the sheets per day, at the end of it, it says to do a takeaway video.
Okay.
So I've been doing them with my wife.
Cool, awesome, man. And did you send it to? Well, we didn't have a group because I didn't make it.
Yeah, but I've been doing them. If you wanted me to send them to you directly through Facebook, and then you can do whatever you like with them.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Because because we're going to stay in contact for the entire year, man. So yeah, definitely. Thank you for watching the Gentleman's Success, Happiness, and Fulfillment Talk podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with one friend, leave us a comment, and let us know. 99% of people never leave a review or comment, but we love and are very thankful with the 1% of you who do. If there's something or someone you want to see on this podcast, send me a message on Instagram at Alex_Ramirez1020 and let me know. As a thank you for that, I have an amazing surprise for each and every one of you who does take the time to leave us a comment or review on YouTube or one of the major podcasting platforms